All right,
Hey there.
what's good, man? I am Jon with one of my best friends, one half Re-Education Camp. Individual I would like to refer to as the professor of Kentucky hip hop. Um,
I love that.
and
Love
representing
it.
representing Re-Education Camp, my good friend John Gore is with me right now. What's good, man?
That's good, man. Yeah, we're this is like a perfect night to talk to you because we got the president like 5 minutes away from my house right now. Like
Oh,
no joke. He is about 5 minutes away from my house. I'm in Richmond, Kentucky. I'm a professor of Eastern
yeah,
Kentucky University. He's literally at our Coliseum doing a rally
yeah,
right now. So yeah,
yes.
we couldn't have timed this more perfectly. I mean, man,
Yeah,
I'm at home. Like I'm not going even close to that. But
no.
man, oh man, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that just put a damper. I like the fact that he's actually. I get it. Presidents are going to endorse people that support him, or
Correct.
support them. I get all that, but with all that he has caused in this country for nearly half of his presidency so far, you know, people in Lexington are caught in traffic because of him.
Yeah.
I'm staying me. Now, usually after the radio show ends, I'm going to local music supporting and all that. But on
Yep.
this particular night, I'm staying home. I'm staying away from the madness. Uh,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna say, my fellow Lexingtonians, I feel your pain. The fall season is not the only thing that people are angry about. Uh, but I get it.
Yep.
I get it. First things first to you. Congrats to you and Z on the campaign EP. I got a
Yeah.
chance
Thank you,
to
man.
play a couple songs.
Cool.
I played Catch Django with Pronoun. I
Yes.
love that, and with this EP, man, it's got a nice feel to it.
Hmm.
I love the record. I just love that it has that it just brings back to what hip hop was once upon a time. You know,
Definitely.
it was an incredible record. I remember guys like uh, Public Enemy with a
Hmm.
message behind their music. And yes,
Yeah.
you could call Flavor Flav crazy as you want, but he know his lane. He was the hype man, and Chuck
Exactly.
D, which he's a talented MC, and it's just I don't know. It's appalled that he doesn't get enough praise for his lyricism. But Chuck D, you're my Chuck D here in Kentucky as far as the message, as far as getting the word out. And Z, he's no Flavor Flav. He's guitaring. He's and a shout out to Z. I know he was I see a selfie of him and Amy McGrath. I think that was Amy
Yeah.
McGrath. So shouts out to and but let's talk about the campaign EP, man. How did it feel working on this project and now having it released, man? What was it like just working on this project?
Oh, this actually, because we were working on a whole bunch of things all at the same time. We were doing Challenge of the League.
Yeah,
We were doing the New Growth with Ramel, and we kind of got to the end of all that, and we finished that project with Ramel, and I was like, I think we need to do an EP, and I was like, I just have an itch to do something that's just all politics. So Z is actually a poli sci major, like he has a bachelor's in political science. So I just sat him down. I was like, if you wanted to do an album, like an EP, and we could touched on this stuff, I was like, I kind of want to do a few things, but what do you want to do? So he just came up with these ideas. It's like, let's do a song about this. Let's do a song about this. A song about this. So I was just writing it down. I was like, all right, to sort of craft a song around these ideas, and then when we actually got down to actually writing the music, that also was very collaborative. Like I was just like, I kind of just want to see what you come up with here. Um, So some of the songs were kind of like mostly my idea as far as like the concept and the music, and other songs Check Your Balance. I don't know if you heard that one yet, but Check Your Balance is definitely just Z's concept, and in many ways is basically Z's like music idea for it. And that one's just about like, the way that people are sort of approaching the three branches of government is to try to dominate all three of them with one party, which is not the way that they were built. They're supposed to check against the other branches. So the whole point is that you don't tip it all in one direction. The point is that you have them all actually doing their job, which is to check the other two branches through various mechanisms. So that's what that song's about. Like, that's what his concept was, and that's what that song is about, just making sure that like all these branches actually are checking each other, like power checking each other, rather than us approaching it as like, oh, I wish that, the Republicans could basically dominate all three branches, or like have power in all three branches, which is our actual current situation. And so the Democrats are saying like, oh, no, we need to have it. And it's like, no party should have, absolute domination over all three branches. That makes them imbalanced. Mm-hmm. So it's just stuff like that like having Z on board with this, like his ideas is just the things that I wouldn't have really thought of to really mention. So it's real good collaboration between us on this one. Didn't bring very many. We just brought Pronoun on for the collab. Everything else was just us. I was just like, let's just do it us mostly, and just kind of crank it out and do it our way. And there's a lot of variety in the music. You probably heard like it can completely shift gears of what the music is from one song to the other. And some is very serious, and some of it's kind of funny, and some of it's just kind of real experimental stuff, and some of it's what you're saying with Jingo is like, which is the opener, just like real, just like, just a reminder we are a hip hop group. So here is like what I would consider like, here's a purely hip hop song to start things off. So we had a lot of fun with it. We're waiting for the streaming sites to activate them. But as soon as those are up there, we'll probably be spreading the word about that real soon. And then the actual EP, you can buy it off of Bad Apple Records.
All right, so everybody keep an eye on that. Speaking of fun, we need to talk about this Challenge the League music video. Probably one of the most entertaining music videos I've ever witnessed. In the entire local music scene. There's a lot of exercising in that video. a lot of thumbs up, a lot of hand movement. So I guess you could count that as exercise too. But and also some images of some famous people, mainstream politics and locally. Talk about the concept behind shooting a music video for Challenge the League.
Yeah. Oh man, that was so much fun. We got Pixel Pushers out here to do it. It's good friends of ours, and the concept was basically sort of like kind of some ideas of what I was going to do, but a lot of the concepts. So I'm a psychology professor, and we at one day in the basement of our building, someone had just like dumped a bunch of old school like 1950s, 1960s psychology testing equipment in the basement, just unattended. And I was like, light bulb went out. Boom! I was like, let's do a like sort of re-education camp psychological test kind of concept for this. So I just I didn't even ask who it was. I just swiped it and stuck it in my car and just drove off. And they're actually, I think they're still in my, so I'm sorry if that belongs to any of our like cognitive and neuroscience guys. I'm sorry, that's, I have it. That's in good hands. But we basically stuck it in the car. I was like, all right, let's do this whole thing where like we're showing them images of basically political figures and celebrities, both like mainstream and local, and the cameraman was basically giving a thumbs up or thumbs down to whatever we were showing them. And mostly the point was that the person was getting all the questions or all the images wrong. Like in our opinion, like that is the wrong mentality to have. And so we would buzz him if he was incorrect, and anytime he got something right, we'd give him a lollipop. So, so there's all that, and then we kind of interspersed a couple real goofy stuff in there. Just Z and I had a bunch of costume changes in it, and one of them like I was a coach and Z was like my athlete, and I was trying to like get them all in shape, and we were just like preparing for like sort of challenging the top sports team or something like that, and it was so much fun. Like we came out of that, and then we saw the finished product, and we were like, man, that was just fun, and really, like, and I've said this to lots of people, like, I'm not doing this for a career. I have a career. I like my career. I'm not ditching being a professor to be a full-time musician. So that leaves music as like, if this is not fun for me, then there's really no point for it. So it just has to be fun. So you can tell, I think, from that video and really just any of our music. I mean, the campaign EP, as serious as the topics are, is still just like, you could tell we had a lot of fun doing it. That's the point. I mean, that's the point of doing it. If you're not, requiring, money to come out of this or whatever, then it's like it has to be fun. It has to be fun for you, and hopefully it's sort of infectious that it's fun for other people to listen to it and watch it too. And the beauty of it is like, saying or even implying anything related to Chuck D is a great honor to me. And of course, Chuck D is very serious. So it's sort of like we have that fun, but we also have the passion for just having a message and also just like doing right by just the culture of hip hop and just like making sure that this is, by anyone's definition, it's a hip hop concept, for our group. So keyword is fun, but fun with sort of these sort of underlying like, there's still a message involved even when we're goofing off, and that's the point. We have some balance to that.
I like that, and I appreciate what you and Z have continued to do, and just shout out to Zach and to everyone at Bad Apple Records. Y'all are extraordinary, talented artists at what y'all do, and I'm just glad to continue to see that what y'all doing. Challenge the league. I have either all three projects. I got the first one that you gave me when we was at Hybrid's album release for Nothing Dies Forever, and then I got a copy of Challenge the League, and then now I have a digital copy of the campaign. So and I'm a hip hop junkie myself, but every now and then, you gotta put the lit to the side. You gotta put the turn up. You gotta turn down a little bit, and understand that there are people with message behind their music. And great to have the campaign EP and Pronouns Context album out around this time of the year. We are getting into a very crucial midterm election, November the 6th. And I'm going to say this as an American citizen and a fellow Kentuckian. for those that are registered, get on those polls and vote.
Big time.
You have no excuse. I don't want to hear I don't want to see criticism of the politicians if you're not willing to do your part. So I will leave it at that. It was great chatting with you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Be on the lookout for the campaign EP on the streaming services soon. And
Definitely, yeah.
And we'll keep in touch, man. I'll talk to you later.
Cool, man. All right, man. Great talking to you.
All right, bye-bye.